What's up, beautiful people? Welcome to a new video. It's your girl Denisha Johnson. In today's video, I really want to talk about this new journey that I'm embarking upon. I am working towards becoming a more healthier version of myself. I am working towards defeating this struggle that I've been dealing with. And as a Christian, I never want people to think that I have everything figured out. That is just a common misconception that people have when it comes to Christianity. A lot of Christians themselves, they try to make it seem like they have everything figured out and everything is just peaches and cream all the time and life is just dandelions and roses and you're just riding off into the sunset all the time. But that's just not always the case. We go through things too. Every single day it's a fight trying to choose to do what's right. You have to make a conscious decision every moment even on choosing to do what's right. So as a Christian who is making the conscious decisions daily in every moment to try to do better in my life, I wanted to share with y'all a struggle that I've been going through, and that's overeating. Now, you may look at me and you may say, well, she doesn't look like she overeats. You know, she looks a pretty decent size. But the thing is that I try to live a pretty active lifestyle, and so it kind of makes up for all the eating that I do. But one thing about me is I've been looking at working out as kind of like a punishment to myself for all the eating that I may have just done, all the binging that I may have just done. But I really want to change my mindset. I don't want to look at working out as a punishment to my body. I want to look at working out as a supplement to my body, something that's going to help me live a long life, something that's going to help me overall have better mental clarity, just peace in my life, and just more confidence. And if I'm being honest, I have not been looking at it that way. It's been the other way. It's been me trying to work off all those calories I may have just binged. And really, it's just my relationship with food that I'm trying to change. And fasting has been very helpful to me in trying to overcome this struggle of overeating. And specifically, I believe that as a Christian, fasting is something that's very beneficial to our spiritual growth. And it has been helping me very much so spiritually. It's been helping me just have a more clear mind to be able to articulate the Word of God. When I read the Word of God, my mind is not wandering all over the place. I'm able to focus more on the Word of God and what God is saying. And then on top of that, I'm able to focus on what I feel God is saying to me during my prayer time. You know, because something I've been really trying to practice is just being quiet before the Lord. Being quiet, in my opinion, is one of the hardest things to do. Being quiet with a clear mind, that is. Because I feel like throughout our whole day, we go through so much. Even scrolling on social media, we see so much. And, you know, they call it a news feed, because it's feeding you news. It's feeding you things, whether it's stuff you shouldn't be being fed, or it could be something that's good for you. But nonetheless, it's feeding you. So I feel like when we have all that build up of consumption in us, the moment it's time to be quiet, the moment it's time to hear from the Lord, our minds could be clogged because you're thinking about that post from that IG baddie that you just saw on Instagram, and you can't hear from the Lord because your mind is so clogged with everything that you were fed. So I feel like fasting has really caused me to really be in tune with my thoughts, to be in tune with the very person that God made me. And it's tough. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's easy, that it's a walk in the park. If it were easy, I think everybody would be doing it. But since it's a challenge, I don't think a lot of people do it. A lot of people will say, oh, I can never do that. I can never do no 73-hour fast. I can never do no 24-hour fast. I can never do no 12-hour fast. Well, it's because it's really putting our flesh into submission. But that's something that I need in my life as a believer and as somebody who's trying to improve who I am. As a person, I need that discipline. And I look at going to the gym as discipline as well. But like I said, I was looking at it as a punishment to my body. I want to look at it as something that is a supplement. That's something that's going to make me better. And so fasting has just really helped me to also realize my eating habits were terrible, because not only was I eating too often, I was also putting bad things into my body. And for example, I had recently discovered that there was a protein bar that I was eating. Now you hear protein bar, you thinking, oh, it's good for you, it's protein, right? But it wasn't until I decided to look at the ingredients, to look at the food label, and I realized that it had just all these chemicals and all this stuff in it that's not good for us to be putting in our bodies. So it really made me become more aware. It made me want to start reading the food labels, because a lot of times, like I said, we see the protein, we see the title of the food, and we say, oh, that sounds good, it looks good. You know, they put the best visuals on these foods, but then you look at those ingredients and you find out that it's not really so good after all. It may have all these great macronutrients, but if you look at them ingredients, you're going to see, I probably shouldn't be putting this in my body. So fasting is really helping me to become more aware. It's making me really want to pay attention. Okay, what's in this drink now? What's in this protein drink? Now it may look good. You know, they make that picture look real good. Them commercials look real good. But what is really in this? And I'm sharing my journey. Now, naturally, I am an introvert. I'm somebody that's private. I like my space. I like my peace. I don't typically share vulnerable moments. But I feel like me sharing this could help somebody else out. And there's a channel that I personally started watching. I had already decided that I was going to start incorporating fasting into my life, like just make it a lifestyle. But I came across a YouTube channel by a guy. His name on there is called Finally Fasting. And he just shares his day-to-day life. He's been doing fast for over a year now, and he's dropped so much weight. I don't even know the exact number. But he kind of inspired me to just want to share my journey with y'all, because I've already been practicing fasting for at least maybe the last 2 months. I try to fast at least 12 hours every day. I fail sometimes. I don't always, do my goal or reach my goal, but I do try. And something that I've been wanting to do is I wanted to download like a little app that'll tell me how long I've been fasting for. And then I saw that he had something, I don't know how he tracks his amount of fasting, but he somehow tracks it all, and then he puts all his information on the screen, how long the fast lasted, how much weight he gained, how much weight he lost, whatever. And me personally, I am on a journey to lose weight, but my sole purpose of fasting is not just to lose weight. It's really to better me as a whole. Like I said, I want to change my habits with food. I want to change the way I view going to the gym and the way really that I view my body overall. And then I really love having that mental clarity to where I could just be more in tune with who God made me and just my creator, who is God himself. So in sharing my journey, I really hope to inspire somebody else. I think knowing that somebody is going through what you're going through, it could really help you. It could give you hope, and it can reassure you that nothing is wrong with you. This is human. Every single day, it's a fight. It's a fight to choose to do right, y'all. So please know that you're not the only one going through this. And personally, at church about a couple weeks ago, something had happened. I mentioned this in another video. Something had happened to me and my husband that we just didn't see coming. And I was in the middle of service when I got the text, and my heart just dropped. And I remember like holding back tears. And I was thinking to God, like, Lord, this warfare seems so heavy. Like, it's starting to get too much, God. And then I remember our pastor for Tuesday night prayer that week, he ended up getting up there and he was saying, pretty much he was telling the church all the warfare that he had been going through. And of course, I don't enjoy seeing somebody else go through warfare and have to suffer through stuff. But as he was up there giving his testimony and saying everything he had been going through, he was coughing, like you could tell he was sick. And to be honest, I felt kind of like I hate to say the word relief, but it was almost like a relief, because it was like just seeing that I'm not the only one going through. Like, even people who you look up to, they go through stuff too. You know, they have their struggles too. They have their battles too. So every single day it's a fight. And everybody's struggles look different. Everybody's problems look different. My problems may not be yours and vice versa. But at the end of the day, you have to fight. Whatever you're going through, it may not be overeating like it is for me. It may be whatever else. But every single day is a fight, and know that you're not alone. You're not in this fight alone. You have other people who are going through that same thing, and you may just need to share your story so that people can hear what you're going through and know that they're not the only one going through it. So that's the reason why I'm deciding to share my journey. It's also for some accountability, because I may need some encouragement. I may see a comment that says, "Thank you for sharing this. I needed this. Keep going." And them telling me to keep going, little do they know, they just motivated me to keep going in that very moment that I may have been struggling with binge eating. So you just never know who you're going to reach. You just never know who you can help. You just never know whose life God is going to use you to impact. So I believe that all of us have something great inside of us. Even when you are struggling, you still are gifted. God put something in you. God put a testimony in you. So you may need to just share it. So that's why I'm on here sharing. And I do plan on being more vocal on my channel about my journey of fasting and how it's improving my life, or just where I'm at mentally with it. Even if I may fall short a week and I don't fast as often as I may have liked to have fasted that week, I still want to share that, because a journey, one thing about a journey, it's not linear. You may take the wrong turn, you may go the wrong way, but at the end of the day, it's still a journey. You're going to have to find your way to the destination, because that's a part of the journey. So I look forward to sharing this journey with y'all. Let me know in the comment section down below if you are going to go on a journey, or if you're already on a journey, or what you think about fasting. If you have any testimonies on fasting, let your girl know, because you may just inspire someone else, and your thing sure gonna inspire me. So I can't wait to see y'all in the next upload. Definitely be sure to subscribe so you can see the next upload. But I love you. Jesus Christ loves you. Peace, love, and blessings. Mwah.